cooperation.
This guy sucks. Anyway, none of this is lost on Commander Locke, and his frustration is obvious.
This is insane.
He's the guy solely responsible for the strategic defense of the entire population of the city. He's understandably going to have this grounded approach versus the idealism of the Council. So the Council, these guys blindly believe in the prophecy that is Neo, the main character, that he will save the day without anything else being done. And this clash of philosophy between the Council and Commander Locke just leads to him being treated like a sausage by his own leadership at every turn. I get that the point of this, it's presenting the deeper thematic struggles shown in the franchise, which is on one end of a scale you have the believers, and on the other side you have the skeptics. It's a tale of free will versus destiny, all that sort of stuff. The film tries to balance how these conflicting viewpoints are presented to us in the audience and make both seem equally valid, but it comes more across as simply insane zealots versus the one guy who's applying common sense and pragmatism to actually try and save the city. Next up, we've got Captain Mifune, who is the Giga Chad leader of the APU Corps. He's a bit of a rough and tumble, gruff tactical leader. He's got a bit of a shaky policy on the use of child soldiers. But aside from showing us that the APUs, which is these mech things right here, can actually be effective against the machines, Captain Mifune also has one of the most iconic last stands in cinematic history. So one of the key plot points in the film is that the machines know about Zion, and they've always known about Zion. Like the Matrix, the simulation, Zion itself is allowed to exist as another means of control. With all that being said, realistically the machines have the forces, the means and the resources to wipe out Zion at any point in time they so want. Going off the Matrix narrative here, Zion can never win the war through force of arms. It is impossible. As we know, the machines have won this battle 5 times before, and every time they win, they simply get better at wiping out Zion.
This will be the 6th time we have destroyed it, and we have become exceedingly efficient at it.
But let's ignore all that pesky Matrix lore, suspend your disbelief, and work with me here because we're going to laser focus on the logistics of the Battle of Zion itself. Yes? Yes. So the battle starts with the breach of the docks. The docks is the uppermost level in Zion, and it's really the key terrain for the entire city. They make pains to explain that if the dock falls, then the whole city is cooked. So instead of taking the obvious avenues of approach and using the heavily defended tunnels, the machines use a digging torpedo-esque thing to breach in through the roof. Once the machines breach the dock, the chips are well and truly down for the defenders, and they're all about to be wiped out in the temple at the very bottom of Zion. However, the battle comes to a close because Neo manages to broker a peace deal with the machines. So what went wrong? Long story short, they don't have enough guns. There's simply too many adversaries and not enough firepower being output by the human defenders. This is pretty clear in the film because at the start the machines only have a single breach point, and even with all the concentrated firepower from all the defenders, it's not enough to stem the flow of the squids. And as soon as the squids manage to breach this